In this video, I'll show you how to add a custom WooCommerce registration form fields in just a few simple steps. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are on our demo site, and currently we're on the My Account page. So the customer can log in or they can actually register to our site. And here you can see a few different custom fields. Okay, so for example, we're requesting the customer's first name, last name, phone number, email address, password, date of birth, and gender. Of course, you'll create the fields that's relevant for your particular business, but by default, the only field that would display is the email field and possibly the password field, depending on your settings. Okay, so to add these custom fields such as a date of birth, gender, and so on, first name, we'll be using the user registration plugin by AovUp. I'll leave a link in the description below, and with that being said, let's head over to our dashboard and let's get started. Okay, so assuming you've downloaded a user registration plugin by AovUp, the next step is to go ahead and upload that plugin. So we'll go plugins, add new, go ahead and upload and install the plugin in which you've just downloaded. Once you've done so, you'll see this WooSuite menu here. Go ahead and click activate to activate your license key. Once you've done so, it will automatically redirect you to this add-on section. And then from here, you just want to make sure you enable this user registration plugin. Okay, so I'm just going to enable this one. Okay, and before we actually go ahead and add our custom fields, we just want to make sure we've configured our WooCommerce settings correctly. Okay, so we're going to navigate to WooCommerce and then settings, and then we'll navigate to accounts and privacy. And then here where it says account creation, you just want to enable this option where it says allow customers to create accounts on the My Account page. Okay, so you just want to make sure you've got this option enabled. Okay, so with this option enabled now, our customers can create an account with us. Okay, but by default, the only information that WooCommerce requires from them is an email address and possibly the password field if you've unticked this option here. Okay, if you've ticked this option, then all they'll need is just their email address, and then it will send them a reset password link in which they can create a password. Okay, so if you want to take it a step further, this is where the user registration plugin by AovUp comes in. Okay, so to add our custom fields, we're going to navigate to WooSuite and then user registration. Okay, and then we're going to navigate to user fields here. Okay, and then by default, we've got these fields here, such as the customer's first name, last name, company, country, address, and so on. Okay, and then underneath here we can create multiple different custom fields. Okay, so for example, we can create a date of birth field, for example. Okay, and then we're just going to change the type from text to date picker. Okay, and then we're going to set the status of this particular field to publish, and then here we can specify whether it's required, whether it's a read only field, whether to show this on the order details in the admin section. In this sense, it kind of makes sense that we enable this option here. We can change the width. We can show it below the email address or above the email address. We can add a placeholder, a description, a custom CSS class. Okay, we can also enable role dependency. So the good thing about this particular plugin is, let's say for example, if you sell to retail customers and B2B customers, maybe you want extra information from your B2B customers, such as their tax ID and so on. Okay, so in that case, you would enable role dependency, and then you'd specify to only show this field to your wholesale customers. Okay, so this is where this role dependency actually comes in. So I'm just going to disable that for now. I'm just going to save fields, and then we'll just quickly view our registration page, and then we can probably customize a few more things. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and click on My Account page. Okay, and then here's our registration fields. Okay, so as I said, by default, WooCommerce require the customer's email. Okay, we've got this password field here that we've actually manually created, and then we've got our date of birth field here, which we've created as well. So if we wanted, we can add a lot more fields to this registration page. So let's just move this over here for now, and let's add a few more fields. I'm going to enable this phone field. So currently it's set to unpublish, so I'm going to switch this to publish. Let's enable the first name as well. So I'm just going to quickly switch this to publish, and we'll also enable the last name as well. So let's switch this to publish. And then finally, I'm going to create a new field, which is a gender field. Let's set this to a select box field. Okay, and then let's add our options here. So I'm going to add 3 options. So the option value, this is what's stored in a database. Just enter this in lowercase. So we say male, And then here, this is what the customer will see on the front end. So we want to say male here as well. And then we can say female, for example. Okay, so that looks good. So since we made multiple changes, let's just hit save changes here so we can save all the changes that we've made on a different field. Okay, so now when we refresh this page, we should be able to see the changes in which we've just made. And here we can see our registration field. So this automatically allows us to collect more information from our customers up front, which will also help them speed up the checkout process. And that's a quick and simple way to add custom form fields to your WooCommerce registration page. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. And if you've got any questions, leave it in the comment box below or reach out to support and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.